in the year where a lot, I think we are lost on what to do with it. Fine, if some dailies are talking about the second anniversary of the Gen Z protests, other people are talking about fresh protests, but I'm wondering, protests against what? Wakili, have we gotten ourselves into a situation where we have a date now within our calendar that we do not know whether we reserve it for chaos or remembrance or whatever else we may have?
No, June 25th will remain an important date in our history. An important date because on that date, a number of young people came up. And even though the protests were later infiltrated, there was also mistakes made, especially by the security agencies. But that it was not the first time those mistakes have happened. This is a country in which over 100 people were murdered in 1969 at Russia. I grew up in Kondele, so I know the pain. I grew up and spent almost 3/4 of my life in protests. So we counted bodies in the 80s and in the 90s and 2000 up to 2024 in Kisumu and other places. But past regimes never recognized the mistake, did not come out to offer apology, never committed to reforms, and did not recognize the pain of the victims. So as we celebrate 25th of June, some of us who are not only children of protest, who grew up in protest, and saw our friends die and counted bodies in the mortuary, we also recognize that for the first time we have a government that has actually come out with the head of state saying something went wrong, we are sorry about it, recognizing the pain of the victims, looking for the victims wherever they are. Victims of past protests have never been known, and recognizing their pain through the reparation process, and then committing to reforms. Part of the reforms is to ensure more accountability and improve the way police handle protests. And police chiefs have promised us on what to do. But beyond that, the head of state realized and recognized that the state was fractured through political and ethnic divides, and decided to open up government, and consulted with the former opposition leader Raila Odinga, and consulted with the former president Uhuru Kenyatta, and put together the broad-based government that actually stabilized the state, reduced protests to the minimum, and ensured that majority of the country, including places that over the last 50 years have felt that they are not part of the state, have felt that they're part of the state.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. So my point as an end is that we are recognizing the pain. We are, committing the leadership to what they had committed to, that is reform and accountability, and we will ensure. We are also recognizing the progress that has been made.
Right.
So it's an important day.
A lot has happened throughout this week, of course, with the compensation that you've talked about. And we'll come to talk about that because there are questions around it as well. But